A fire at Vaagen Brothers Lumber in Colville shut down operations today, forcing the company to send almost half of its 100-employee workforce home. And their future at the company, at least in the short term, is uncertain. KXLY4's Tanya Dahl took a tour of the damage and spoke with Vaagen Brothers about what happens next.
Right now, the center of our mill, the heartbeat of the mill, the sawmill and the kilns can't operate.
This is the epicenter of production at Vaagen Brothers. The mill produces 130 million board feet of lumber every year. But a late-night fire forced machinery to a grinding halt.
It was a pretty crazy sight because all the lights were off and all you saw was red flashing lights and water spraying everywhere.
Stevens County and Colville Fire showed up with 22 firefighters and 4 trucks to put out the flames that reached 20 feet high. The fire was isolated to this turbine area, the power source of the entire mill.
We think there was an oil leak, and right now we're looking at possibly an electrical short that caused a spark that started the fire, but it is still under investigation.
Since the fire, Vaagen Brothers has been able to reroute power to other parts of its Colville facility. But the sawmill and kilns aren't up and running. The company says 2 crews totaling 40 people had to be sent home today.
In the short term, there'll be certain jobs that still go on, so it'll probably affect close to 50% of our workforce, and the duration of that is unknown at this time.
Russ Vaagen says it could have been much worse if it wasn't for the quick work of fire crews and 2 employees who tried tackling the fire before help arrived. The men weren't seriously hurt, but they were hospitalized.
So they did get some smoke inhalation. They went to the hospital to get treated for that, and then for precautionary measures were given oxygen.
For now, this lumber mill is taking precautions of its own. It's waiting on the insurance company to figure out when power can come back on.
Until we know how we're going to get around that, we're going to be down for some time.
Vaagen Brothers hopes to be producing lumber in the next few weeks and says to replace that turbine, that could take up to 18 months. Reporting from Colville, Tanya Dahl, KXLY4, HD News.